Hello, and we're back! This is Midnight Resistance, another arcade game, this one made by Data East, making them some very fun games with some very questionable frame rates. This is going to be a one-credit clear attempt. I have 1cc'd this many times, but I've also been trolled many times, so we'll see how it goes. We'll be hoping for good item shop RNG. Alright, and let's start. So this is a game that has a rotary joystick. You move the joystick around to move, but you twist a knob on the top so you can aim wherever you want to aim. That's how you develop these giant bulging muscles, is swinging your gun around in all directions. It's not quite as effective as a twin stick, but it still lets you move in one direction, shoot anywhere you want to go. The story of this game is that our inventor grandfather and our whole family have been kidnapped by the bad guys, and so now we have to go chasing after them. This is our first mini-boss. He's not that much to speak of. He does have a troll at the end where he'll throw that grenade that kills many a newbie player. The end of each stage has a door, followed by...
Pick a weapon!
Pick a weapon! Followed by an item shop. These keys that you pick up are sort of like currency. It's a kind of half-baked system because in practice you get exactly 6 keys very easily on each level. So the real question is not how much money you have, it's what's for sale. Sometimes they don't sell you the things that you want. Alright, so we'll take our time killing this guy. Ideally I would want to have the nitro special weapon here. But if we just hold down the flamethrower, that'll take him out. The flame shot is good, and when we get the super power up, it's great. So that makes it the ideal speedrun weapon, even if it's not necessarily the best before it's powered up. So here we're going to see some good use of the rotary joystick to aim in all directions. We're also going to see some Data East questionable frame rate where there's just a little bit too much happening on the screen for the game to keep up. Alright, so down here, we'll try to walk off the edge. It won't let us until it's finished scrolling. And then we want to skip over these platforms to quickly get down to the bottom. And now we face this boss. This boss fires a lot of scary missiles, and it can be difficult to dodge them, except that if you go down to the bottom, as long as you stay underneath this middle part, you can just run back and forth and shoot at him. So this is a unintended safe spot. Now it blows up, but wait, there's more! It's got just a little bit more health. Now it's finally dead, but it hams it up and it takes a while to explode. I like the fact that the game has a lot of big set-piece battles that don't make a lot of logical sense.
Pick a weapon!
It gets even weirder later. Alright, we would like this.
Power up!
And we'll take a homing missile.
Homing missile!
This is a kind of a lumber-themed area where there's giant trees and there's going to be a lot of buzzsaws. There's also these very impractical platforms that raise as jetpack guys fly around. Jetpack guys can be the bane of my existence in arcade games And in this one, they're not that much of a problem because they don't really shoot at you, they just kind of bumble around. My pet theory is that your inventor grandpa is being forced to help the bad guys, but he's deliberately doing a bad job and telling them, like, oh yeah, if you really want to stop my kid, then what you got to do is build some platforms that slowly raise and have some jetpack guys with no guns just flying around in circles. That'll get him. That'll definitely stop him. That's his weak point. Better not do that. The game is quite generous with special weapon ammo and a little bit stingy with regular weapon ammo. So we're going to try to make a point of using our special weapons. These buzzsaws move very quickly, and for a new player, it's almost certain death. And then after the little buzzsaws, we're going to fight some big buzzsaws. And then we just have to fight this eyeball thingy, and then we exit stage right. Now hopefully they're selling a super power-up today.
Pick a weapon.
There we go. There we go.
Super power-up. Power-up.
Now we see the true potential of the flame shot. Look at that. It's glorious. I love the fact that each level is quite different from the last one, so this one is all about being pursued. It's also about the frame rate going a little bit low, but, you know, enjoy the cool transparency effects on the waterfalls in the background, and just keep blasting everybody who's trying to follow you. Yeah, just some great set pieces. Yeah, this is a solid like 8 out of 10 game. It's not a masterpiece, but it has so many memorable moments in it. The rotary joystick was also a pretty neat touch. It was also used in Heavy Barrel, if you've heard of that one. That's another Data East classic. It's also had some, I would say, some pretty solid music. Check out that nice plane formation in the background. If you blow up some of them, then you'll actually see the correct number of planes going by for another pass. Oh, that was a bad jump.
Homing missile.
And one more plane. Yeah, the planes can be a problem because their missiles fly in very fast.
Pick a weapon.
We would like, oh yeah, we'd like to get our super power-up back. Thank you very much.
Super power-up.
Hey, Midnight Resistance guy, what do you do when you're all dirty and stinky?
Shower.
Oh, good advice, shower. In this level, we'll face a couple of very annoying helicopters, and then later, Electro Guy. We want to be careful not to move too fast here. The electricity generators have to sort of be completely destroyed before it's safe to walk through. The electricity keeps going for just a moment afterwards. Oh, I almost walked right into that guy. One, 2, 3, 4, 6. No!
Shower. Shower.
Alright. So that the worst recovery of all time. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Tower!
There we go. Now that those are all disabled, we can actually blow this guy out. Now it's safe to go in here. I might actually not get all my keys, but that's okay. Who needs keys? The iframes when you spawn in are very non-generous. And of course I'm used to having a powered up flame shot here, so things are very off script.
Pick a weapon.
Alright, let's get back on track. We'll take the discount flame shot and some extra ammo. Oh no, we will not take some extra ammo. We will be content with the ammo that we've got. Alright, this stage could be a little bit of a problem without the super power up. We're going to have to contend with a lot of buzzsaws. We'll also have a little bit of audience participation coming up. When we finally reach the bottom of this area, the villain is going to dial in for a video call and mock us, and I need help to boo the villain when he comes on screen. You'll know him when you see him. Alright, so what's a more effective deterrent system than one set of chainsaws? 2 sets of chainsaws. With the super power-up, I wouldn't need to think about these. They would just go down so fast. Now we actually have to do some dodging. Now here, they're going to shoot at you, but I'm going to be using this advanced speedrun tech called ducking, so that I can just sit in the middle and shoot at them. This is a very, very different game when you don't have the superpower. We're draining our quarters. That's more like it. Oh, that's not more like
Shower.
it. That's more like it. Alright, now it's time for the bad guy to show up. Ooh, the bad guy. Boo, bad guy. Good faces. Oh my god! Ooh, again. And then, check out these guys on the right. Were you just watching us have that phone call?
Pick a weapon.
Alright. So, they are not going to sell me a flame shot.
Three-way. Super power up.
So we'll take this just to get a super power up. Alright. This is a pretty cool battle against a giant ship. There is just too much happening on screen for the game to keep up with it all. Or for me to see what's happening.
Shower. Three-way.
Yeah, check out those frames per second. Give you time to, you know, think about what you're gonna do. Oh, I had time to see it coming for me, to regret all my life's choices. Yeah, the three-way causes even more slowdown than the flame shot. But this is one of the quirks of Data East is they would keep throwing more stuff on screen even though they hadn't optimized the game quite enough to keep track of everything while moving at normal speed. So the frame rate dips down low, not necessarily to your benefit. So we need to blow up the middle part of this. We're getting close. Yeah, this is one of the first and only running guns where you can actually strafe. Shock Troopers had strafing. That's one of the multiple good things about Shock Troopers. Alright. I would like to jump over this. And then under that. It's like a turn-based game at this point. Nope.
Three-way.
Alright. One more gun. And the explosion process begins. And then it sinks a little bit. And then it stops. And then it sinks some more. Will we get a flame shot?
Pick a weapon.
We will not get the flame shot back. We'll get some cheap ammo. And that's all. Yeah, it would be it would be interesting to see this with no slowdown. Actually, a lot of Data East games that would be interesting to see without slowdown. There is that ROM hack that fixes some of the slowdown on Metal Slug 2. It still has a lot of slowdown, but it makes it less unreasonable. This guy a whole lot faster. I'm not used to thinking about this fight. I really would like to keep my keys.
Freeway.
There we go.
Pick a weapon.
Thank you.
Now we get to rescue our family.
Super power nitro.
And then give us random power-ups.
Thanks, bro.
Barrier. Barrier.
Thank you. Bless you.
Bless you. Alright. Now we see this completely baffling wall of bad guy faces. I don't know how this works, but it's pretty awesome. And honestly, more games should lean into doing really weird, crazy stuff like this. Kind of guts level. And there's Earth in the background, question mark? Attack of the giant brains. And of worms. Final brainworm form. And we've won. We climb up the ladder and rejoin our family, gazing off into the sunset, or I guess the sunrise if this was Midnight Resistance, then now it's morning. The three-way shot is an honorary member of the family, posed over there on the right. And that is Midnight Resistance. Sorry for the absolute mess I made of it, but yeah, this is a game where if you get off course and you lose your super power-up, it's a very different route. Let's see, before I finish, a quick shout-out. We have another event coming up May 31st, Boss Battle Climate Change. This is going to be a speedrun marathon to raise money to fight climate change. If you have runs you'd like to get them in the next day. And otherwise, mark your calendar, tell your friends, wake your neighbors, May 31st. It's going to be an absolutely stacked lineup of games. Alright, I think that's going to be it for me. Unless we've got enough time to squeeze in a filler run, we can cut away at any time. Thanks, everyone.